speaker, our outgoing president, or will be outgoing president, I guess in a month now, Brian Reublinger. Brian's speech this morning is his final speech for his Leadership Bronze Award for Toastmasters. The speech title is Mentoring, 8 to 10 minutes. Mentoring, Brian Reublinger.
Toastmasters and guests, you are surrounded by mentees and mentors. But whom am I? Am I one or the other or both? Well, we're going to find out today with our successful club series and mentoring. We have plenty of mentors here. For instance, we have Vince, who is the leader at Reno Aikido. Is it correct?
Aikido Reno,
Aikido.
135 Southwest.
Remember, a teacher can be a mentor, but a mentor is not a teacher. For instance, Vince can say teaches. They learn the moves of Aikido, but he makes them understand why you do the moves, or to understand how the moves are performed. We have Dean Miller, who's our coach. He taught young athletes how to run track and field. They already knew how to run, but he taught them how to dig within themselves and find that they can run faster and stronger and better with good heart. We also have Bill O'Mara, who is excellent as an excellent mentor, the man of the law. Law sometimes can be very straightforward, but sometimes you have to read in between the lines and really understand what things mean. And he's been able to show that to other people or to other lawyers. And we can't forget Mr. Skip Hansen, who's hiding over there in the corner. He's introduced us to so many things, talks about his last speech was at the hospital, but he's also introduced the art of Chautauqua to our group, mentoring other people to rise up to the challenge and face the Chautauqua, and we'll be happy to talk to you about that. We as Toastmasters have always, we all started walking through that door. I remember when I first came into here, oh man, butterflies in my stomach, I did it on my own, and there's 3 members here that are just starting on that journey, and we hope that you can continue with that. But it all starts with our programs. Our Competent Leadership book, which you'll eventually get in the mail or that you have. Hey, people bring this in. There's plenty of roles that you can do, or follow your Competent Communicator book that guides you in your journey for becoming a good coach competitor. But why we do this is because we're all here to fulfill a goal within ourselves, to be good public speakers, which is, by the way, the #1 fear in the world. And then it's all about having confidence. The more confidence you build with yourself, within yourself, the more confidence you'll be able to display to others. So you can get up there, have pride, complete your speeches, get better and better as you go along. So the more that I know, the more that I understand, the more that I enjoy being a public speaker. And that goes with becoming a mentor, or, if you're new, a mentee. And there's plenty of resources here, which is us. Sure, we have books that guide us, but books are only give you half the journey. The rest you have to develop from people around you who will tell you how to form a good speech. Go to how to get your words down on paper so you can get up there and talk. For instance, one of our members who hasn't been here in a while is Tom McCauley. That man he's an excellent storyteller. I remember he got up and did a speech. I think he just had like a nail that he found while walking in the desert, and he was able to do I think it was actually a 10-minute speech or a 10-minute story on just this nail, and it was captivating how well he did this speech. It was amazing. We also have a person like Matt Greiner, who is taken on the audio-visual role in our Toastmasters Club, which no one has ever tried before. But now, if someone wants to try that, we have Matt, who can help mentor a mentee in that process. So for mentors, it starts out with sharing, knowing that you have information about each other. You can, oh, excuse me, I got off track. The mentors and mentees are not just for new people, it's also for people who have already been established well into the club. That perhaps there are times, for instance, Mr. Jim Clipp has been getting ready to compete in a public speaking competition. Now, Jim Clipp has been in Toastmasters for multiple years and with other clubs, but he still needs help in order to get ready to go to the next level of public speaking, which he relied on other people, other mentors within the club to make him get to that goal. Okay, so in a sense, being a mentor for an older member of the club is helping to sharpen those tools that eventually that speakers can sometimes get stuck in a rut, not knowing where to go. But as I had a quick conversation with Vince earlier, just before I started my speech, is that just because you've been in the club for a long time doesn't mean you stop learning. You keep going, you keep learning. That's why there's advanced manuals. So benefits for the club is that obviously if you are successful at being a mentee to a mentor, obviously you retain people within the club because they want to succeed, they want to do better. You get this sense of satisfaction that, oh my God, I am becoming a better speaker. And the people who have been here for a long time keep on learning in that process. So in order to be a good mentor, well, one, you need to be available for sure. Be there for that person who needs to be the mentee, the new person, so you can guide them along. You need to be patient and understanding to understand where that person has come from and how their story can be used in the club and where they're going and how they can be developed. You have to be sensitive, you have to use tact, you have to be able to listen to that person, be respectful, know that you understand their uniqueness and that we are all individuals who want to become great public speakers. You need to be flexible. Sometimes schedules don't work out perfectly. You can either meet here or meet outside. You have to be supportive. Have pride in what you do, but don't gloat about it. Or be knowledgeable, which is, wisdom. I've been there. Hey, we've all walked through that door before. Now we need to let's focus. Let's act so we can be a good listener, to absorb information, to learn as much from the mentee as from the mentor, and the mentee learn from the mentor and back. So it's this exchange of information. And also to have a concern for others, which is being genuine and not forget where I came from. So when a mentee shows up, it's good to welcome them to the club, explain who we are, what's a positive mental attitude, what table topics are, explain why we do things the way that we do, but not also, we don't want to overwhelm mentees so they run out that door and never return. And our ultimate goal is to help them formulate their icebreaker speech, which is their first step in becoming a good Toastmaster. But we have plenty of skills that can teach about being a Toastmaster, for instance, our Toastmaster magazine, or what's in that basket that's right over there. If you forget your speech, hey, there's handouts that can help you that are your book. You just fill it out, have your evaluator fill it out, and just add it to your book later. Don't be the devil's advocate. Try to be positive and explain, for instance, why do we pay $4 every meeting? And don't forget about being an evaluator. A lot of times that the evaluation process, if you're new at it, can be just as scary, because who am I to say whether or not I know how to evaluate someone or not? So, at your next meeting, there we go. So what I learned, throughout my membership, you'll develop what I learned. You'll learn about contests. You'll learn about stand-up. Be able to, it's when you're a mentee, you'll be able to thank the person who is doing, helping you out. You explain club officer duties. Why do we have a secretary? Why do we have a president? And so forth. Explain speech contests, like for instance, Jim moving up in speech competitions. You even can be a governor later on. But what makes a good mentee is you're eager to learn, your willingness to come here to learn. You're receptive, you've got eyes open, you want to absorb the information, you're open to new ideas and different perspectives for outside the box. Be loyal, be trustworthy, and be grateful, and also speak from the heart. But eventually mentees will have to, or mentors will have to let go and let their mentee either try a different mentor because there's more things to learn from that individual person and from other people. We have plenty of people here who can help you on your journey in becoming a good Toastmaster. So Sierra Sunrise is filled with mentors and mentees, and we're here to help you succeed, to learn to be better speakers, leaders, officers, and friends. Welcome to our Toastmaster family.